Good day, Scott Borsack here from the Lawrenceville, New Jersey law firm of Schaeferman Lakin, bringing you another installment in our continuing series on the Paycheck Protection Program. Today I want to speak briefly about a change the SBA made by a notice that was released on October 8th. Those of you who have been a part of our regular series know that there are two important tests for borrowers to satisfy in order to demonstrate their entitlement to loan forgiveness. One is called the full-time equivalent or FTE test. The other is the salary reduction test. Under the FTE test, borrowers have to demonstrate that they had at least as many full-time equivalent employee hours during the covered period as compared to one of two test periods, either the first 8 weeks of the 2020 year or a 4.5-month period during the 2019 calendar year that started February 5th. As to the salary reduction test, borrowers have to demonstrate that the rate of pay for their employees during the covered period was at least 75% of the average rate of pay to the individual employees during the first quarter of this year. Well, by notice, the SBA announced that for borrowers whose loans are no more than $50,000, borrowers do not have to satisfy or demonstrate that they satisfied the FTE test or the salary reduction test. A borrower still have to prove that they spent the loan proceeds properly, that is on payroll costs and on the non-payroll costs, such as mortgage interest, lease payments, and utilities, and that they spent at least 60% of the proceeds on salary and 40% on non-payroll costs. But the granular detail that borrowers had to produce previously to show compliance with the salary reduction test and with the FTE test, according to this notice, are no longer required. The SBA made this change to deal with the 1.7 million borrowers who have loans out there where the amounts were $50,000 or less. So this was an act of administrative convenience for the SBA and their lenders. Stay tuned as to whether there is what I've been calling check the box forgiveness for borrowers whose loans are no more than $150,000. We hope that Congress will focus on this and other stimulus provisions in legislation that we should see shortly. So until our next installment, stay well, America, and thanks for tuning in.